But see, other philosophers came by after Descartes. Oh, by the way, he died of, I think, like a common cold and wasn't able to answer the critiques of that pineal gland situation. Even if it's true, there's no way to prove that's what's happening because we can't see that mind-body interplay. Other philosophers, though, saw what he was doing and they're like, well, why, if God is spirit, why isn't God over here and the physical universe over here? And this will become very significant when we start to see the people that critique it. So you might want to keep this chart handy, the mind-body Cartesian dualism chart, because all the other philosophers in the modern period are going to have to deal with Descartes' issue before they can make their own progressive philosophy. He kind of got us in this knot, this Gordian knot of philosophy that we haven't been able to extract ourselves from. So people use different techniques. And the first out of the chute was named Thomas Hobbes. And you probably know him more from his political theory. He wrote Leviathan, which was this idea that we as individuals give up some of our individual freedom to create like this giant, this government giant that keeps everyone in check and in place. Because without that, it would be tooth and claw. We would all be tearing ourselves apart. So that's how we live in society. We give up a little bit of our individual freedom to empower the government or some force to keep everyone in check and to play nicely. And Hobbes' take on this was, that's really kind of neat, Descartes, but this stuff we really can't know or see or touch or smell or fear. But this stuff we sure can. So why don't we focus on what's real? And he's using theistic language. This is what's so weird about Hobbes. He's talking about God and all this, but remember, he's living in 16th and 17th century Europe. We don't even have a word for atheist yet in European language. And he says, let's just stop playing fantasy games and deal with reality. And so it's like all the way back to the ancient Greek materialist all over again, where the physical is real, everything that's real is physical. We can talk about God and soul and spirit, but that's not really what's happening in this physical material world we're living in. Okay. That's all I'm going to share with you about Hobbes for the sake of this. I want to get to the next guy, whose name is Baruch Spinoza.